What is up, guys? I am Trin Chapel of the Awesome Podcast, the most podcastiest podcast out there. And we're gonna start off really quick. This is a two-part episode because we had some technical difficulties with the laptop, and so we're just gonna roll right into part one. Part two is gonna be later up. It's gonna be on same day. I'm not like those other people. But let's get into it. So we've had Monday was the eclipse. I got to see it. It was pretty cool. Once in a lifetime thing. Well, I think at 20 years. I don't really know. But yeah, that happened. School started for me. Uh, it was school. You know, nothing really happened much. Um, we are now. Oh, Hurricane Harvey is happening. If you guys have not heard about the news, we have a hurricane going on right now. Big one going on. Um, in fact, it's somewhere in Texas, in the Mexico area, I believe. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked at the radar of it yet, but that's going on right now. Um, Recent news came up. Ryan Reynolds was in an interview with his fans. He plays Deadpool, obviously, and he was asked if Deadpool is ever going to be in the Avengers one day. Ryan Reynolds stated he really wants to be in an Avengers movie. So do you think... So put in the comments down below if you think Deadpool is going to end up in an Avengers movie, or Sony's going to be big jerks and hold him back, like the X-Men. Luckily we got Spider-Man. But yeah. Also, Mayweather versus MeGregor. I got to watch the fight yesterday. I was going for McGregor. We're going to be honest with you. I knew Mayweather was going to win. McGregor's a UFC fighter. He kicks. But he lasted 10 rounds. 10 rounds. That's unbelievable. It's amazing. Like, McGregor, I was going for McGregor. I was team McGregor. Let's go Irish, Because I don't like Mayweather, to be honest. I don't really like him that much. But yeah, he did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, so in a couple weeks we're having the It podcast, the movie It. The clown. We're gonna have a guest. We're also gonna have a guest here, I believe. No, my guy's saying no, not today. That's gonna be It week. He's gonna be on here. He's gonna be talking about It, who It is, explaining the trailers, explaining the book, the movie, perhaps. But yeah, I'm excited to show that episode. That is gonna be out pretty soon, in 2 weeks, I believe. Hopefully. So yeah, and part two is a surprise for you guys. If you guys haven't seen the title, you'll know what this is. But if you just click the episode, you're listening on Facebook or Twitter, you're gonna see this. It's gonna be amazing. And also, I want to thank you guys for the last episode. We got about 30 plays. That's what they call it on Spreaker. Thank you for Spreaker for broadcasting my podcast. And it's really awesome that they could get to do this to me. But yeah, on Spreaker I've had over about 30 plays, and that's pretty good for the first episode. And that first episode wasn't really that good to me. I was sitting there listening to it over again. Didn't really like it that much, but I'm glad that other people are liking it. It makes me want to do it more and more. And this episode is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. I hope it's gonna be around 30 minutes. Haven't really learned how to get to an hour yet. I'm hoping when I get guests in here, it's gonna be a lot better. So a person on social media asked me. I want to do this before I go into the next topic, which is going to be part two of the episode. So stay tuned for part two. But he asked me who would win. All right, we had a movie about this: Superman or Batman. And I asked my parents, mainly my dad. He said Superman, and I said Batman because Batman's filthy rich, and he has kryptonite. Always in his little bat symbol belt, I always say Batman because he almost won the movie if it wasn't for Martha. Martha, like really? That's how you're in that fight with just a name? Dude, Batman could have ripped his head off. Batman is that OP. Alright, Batman would win. And if you don't agree with me, then go away. I'm kidding. Don't go away. Stay and listen, because this is actually a Batman episode. Hint, hint. In other news, I got to see the picture for Infinity War for the new movie, Marvel movie, The Avengers, you know? Captain America has a beard. Scarlet Witch, no, not Scarlet Witch, I'm sorry. Black Widow has white hair. And that's all I got to see. We didn't really get to see the new Bucky, Black Panther. We didn't get to see any of them yet. But it's gonna be awesome. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone at something. But not important. So yeah. If you guys have ideas for a future podcast, please put them in the description or on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. This is also on YouTube. And we're going to take a little break. But when we come back, we are going to have... This is the first break of part 1. When we come back, we're going to have lots to talk about. It's surprises. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back for after that little break. Now it's time to get into this question my dad asked me earlier. The question was, what superpower is the best? Alright? I'm sorry, my podcast, I haven't really mentioned this yet. My podcast is going to be about movies, comics, video games, superhero-related stuff. Eventually, we're going to have like other things to talk about. But since this video is a superhero-related podcast. I'm a YouTuber. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me, guys. But since this is a superhero-related podcast, we're going to be talking about superhero stuff. So the question is, what superpower is the best? All right. So we already know there's a whole range of superpowers out there. There's teleportation, telekinesis, super strength, speed, breathing underwater. Alright, take those out. My superpower would be able to freeze time. You know why it's the best power? Because of this. When you freeze time, you have unlimited time to sleep. You don't have to worry about people because they're frozen in time. You could do whatever you want because no one would ever see you because they're stuck in time. And it's a really cool freaking power. All right. The second power I'd actually go with is telekinesis. Simply because when there's a remote so far away, I don't want to get up. I can just use my telekinesis powers and just bring the remote to me. You know, because I'm lazy. But yeah. Here you go. Second question of the day. What power would you have? Oh, look at that. It's raining. I have like a window next to this little studio area I have, and it's raining. Hold on. Let me look outside the window. It is pouring. Well, we're in the hurricane. All right, we're in the hurricane. All right. So movies. I recently just saw The Dark Tower. Great movie. It was a phenomenal movie. It had Michael McConaughey, great villain. He was the greatest. That was a great villain. He has the voice of somebody like super evil, and his whistle like it was. I got chills watching the movie. Great movie. Would recommend it. Go and see it. It is great. Great. All right. And, so, this week, I got to see, some new things, because I'm at school. So, for this last couple minutes for the episode of part 1, we're going to talk about some school stuff. So, okay, so I'm in high school. I'm not going to tell you what grade. I'm going to keep it secret. But there's this girl. Super dumb. I'm sorry. She was dumb. Alright. We're in Spanish. And the Spanish teacher asked us, what's the capital of Mexico? Obviously, the answer is Mexico City. Everybody knows it. The girl says Cuba. Think about it. Cuba. She said Cuba. Oh, I'm done. This generation is gonna be dumb. I'm just saying. It's dumb. Cuba, Mexico. Like, why would she say that? Alright, guys. I'm gonna end it right here. This is part 1 of a 2-part podcast episode. Next episode will be called part 2. So, stick around and get ready for part 2. It's gonna be awesome.